Hello everybody, I'm just about ready to get started. Switch scenes, let's talk about the goals for today. So this is probably going to be another one of those times where we play long enough to split the video, as it were. So we're going to start off with some HBR quests. And I have a feeling that might take a while. I'm going to think at least 2 hours. We'll see where it goes. Then we're going to transition into some boss quests, which may or may not be public games, and ideally hunting for some rare monsters. So we might be able to do all 3 of those last things in one try, with the right kind of boss run quest, with either hunting a Pazuzu or a rare Dorphon. The weekly bonuses have transitioned over to rare monster hunting, which is why I listed there. And we're playing the day after the Christmas event has ended, finally, as of January 8th. So we're going to be stepping into each of the quests, talking a little about them from a high-level perspective. I've only played a handful of them before, so some I'm kind of familiar with, some I'm not. And we'll look together what IDs would make sense for our kinds of hunts. So I guess we'll start off with the first quest before we dive into things. There are 4 quests we're going to do. I'm going to put them in the chat so that we can reference them. Just give me 1 second. So up first we have Endless Nightmare 3, which is in the mines. We have Mop-Up Operation 4, which is in the ruins. We have Phantasmal World number 3. Oh, I didn't keep my line breaks. That's unfortunate. Which is Seabed, which to me is going to be the red flag on whether or not I even want to run this outside of today. And then finally, we have the new Mop-Up Operation 4, which is Episode 4, which honestly, it could be literally anything in Episode 4 and I would play it. As long as it's not a time limit quest, I think I will play it. That's rule of thumb with Episode 4. I'm willing to do almost anything there. So we'll start with Endless Nightmare 3. So the question would be, given that it's going to be in the mines, what ID should you pick if you're going to do a quest that's only in the mines? Let's say you just had to pick one, and that's going to take you all the way through. Hello, Chris. We're just talking about what IDs we're going to go into. And so I think one of the only right IDs to come into this quest would be Yellow ID. There's enough Sinnohs to get Lame to Argent. There's not many Barans in this quest. I double-checked. There's only 4. So that means only 1 chance of their rares. So anything that has something good on there, like let's say if you want parts of Brands, probably not likely going to happen. But I think we have enough appeal in Yellow ID to take a look at it. I mean, if you're looking for V101, I mean, Orange, Green, and Viridian are also classics. But I think given that I don't super need a V101, but it's kind of an off-rare, I'd rather have another chance of Excalibur, which is what they get for Sinnoh Blue. So I think we'll be stepping into it with my raw cast. Similarly, we're going to keep the same character coming into Mop-Up Operation 4, because that Yellow ID gets a chance at Guardiana, Bringer's Right Arm, Heavenly Arms, Psycho Wand, Spread Needle. Kind of one of the most stacked IDs in Ruins, to my knowledge. I mean, I'm looking at some of the other ones. I mean, you get like a Psycho Wand chance. There's only, I think, 5 Sorcerers, so I'm not really looking to get a Sorcerer rare from Sky, Green, or Red. And honestly, it's like any ID that gets a Spread Needle, aka like Purple ID, Yellow ID, I think it's probably good enough. Because more often than not, you're going to fight a million of the many shark monsters. Alternatively, I guess, if you really don't use those and you're looking for another kind of rare to hunt for, I guess you could go for Blue for Heaven Striker if you're really bored. Sky also technically has Swordsman lore if you're looking for that, as does Pink. I'm not looking for a Guardiana at the moment, but you could do Pink with Swordsman lore Guardiana. But yeah, we'll be sticking to Yellow for the first 2. We'll evaluate what we want in the other ones, since those are the ones don't think I've ever played before. So I'm going to sit a little more and look at the enemy counts there. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and pause the music. Also, good morning / welcome, Chris and Lou. Hope you're both doing well. So pause the video. We're gonna launch Ephinea. So Chris, I'll be playing my Rawcast. Words I don't usually say on stream. Just to take advantage of the yellow ID. So I'll have access to freeze traps, etc. So pick somebody. You could pick like Rum Marlow if you want. I don't think we need major buffs, for example. I think your ranger is probably good enough to crowd control. And having 2 people with spread needle is pretty OP. So let's go ahead and switch in. Unfortunately, I think literally none of these quests have any rare enemies. If I was looking at it correctly.
You're wide open!
Thank you, Oso Delicioso, for following. Hope you're doing well today. So a little on the unfortunate side that we can't take advantage of the weekly bonus. That's why I'm thinking we'll split it off. Maybe we'll do some episode 4 rare boss hunts. And I think at one point somebody recommended to do Point of Disaster on stream. I think I've only literally played that once, and I've totally forgotten what it was like. So we'll probably give that a go when we're not doing a massive attack. Although, I think I'm going to do, what is it, Massive Attack E? Man, I love that quest so much. I honestly think that's my favorite quest in the game, more than TTF, or, well, definitely over Respective Tomorrow, but even over TTF. I would rather run the Monster Rush into the boss. Then again, I'm a Force, so I'm very biased. I guess we're doing 2001: A Space Odyssey. It took me a moment to hear what it was. I'll keep the games private initially. But people on the stream are more than welcome to join. Don't get me wrong. If you're here and you want to go through it, by all means. Well, we're just going to be doing some HBRs. Morning is going well so far. Hope your day is going well. It's going okay. I kind of had a weird sleep cycle the past couple days, so I'm recovering from that mostly. But welcome to the PSO stream, where semi-competent gameplay occurs. Only semi. But I play basically every character. We'll be seeing that throughout today. I'm probably more comfortable with forces, but, you know, it's good to branch out. I want to check something for the next quest to make sure that Chris has what he needs. Okay, I got a Hell Ray Gun with 50 hits, so this will help Chris in case he doesn't have one. And I'll probably loan him my D502, to be honest. I really want the episode 2 enemies to die, chat, just to be very clear. Feel that completely. A little over a month ago, started a new job, but it's a 3rd shift, so my whole world is backwards right now. I will give you an idea of how tired I was yesterday, chat. I went out with family after the stream. I got back around 5:30. I passed out from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. I was done. I was so done, chat. It's just boom, like a light. I just don't even remember yesterday at all, basically. Outside of the stream. Tammy opened a present and received Vivian. Really? They're gonna announce a Vivian? Okay. I mean, good for that. I mean, if it's a Vivian with like 50 hit, then I'd be like, okay. I don't know. I don't feel like Vivian is that hard to get compared to some of the other rares. Like, I feel like V101 is more annoying to get than Vivian. Maybe it's just me. I don't think they announced V101. I mean, normally we do like what, Temple for that rare enemy. We usually get a chance at it like every 40 minutes or so. They're for 40 hit plus. Okay, that makes sense. I wasn't sure if they put a restriction in or not, because I was gonna say, I'm like, yeah, I get 0 hit Vivians all the time. I'm like, I've given away like 4 of them, so I'm like, not impressed. But okay, that makes a little more sense. Thank you for the clarity. So anyway, I'm playing as the washing machine we named Tankus. Now here's the true difficulty, chat, of HBR. Oh yeah. Interesting. 30 hit Excalibur. Yeah, I have exactly one 30 hit on me. I didn't get it from a present. I got it from is it rare? I think it might have been Rare Dwarfon. I feel like I was playing Viridian at the time. And then consequently I left it on my Viridian character. Okay, chat, here's the question. The names of the quests. Okay, not Mop Up Operation 4. Where am I looking for? Endless Nightmare 3, I think? the true challenge mode. Okay, Endless Nightmare 3, Mop Up Operation 4. So my defense, both of them are episode 1. And they're in the same category. So anyway, let's proceed. Okay, now here's the question. How many of these quests are time limit quests? I'm hoping 0 of them are. You know what? I'll let the dialogue play once. You have to go to the trouble spot, eliminate all the monsters. I didn't hear about there's a limited time, so that's a good sign. Those quests ruin my day when I play solo. Every time I see the time limit quests, I'm like, yeah, I think I'm gonna skip this HBR. No thanks. So, Chris will buff us up and we'll just go to shooting, I guess. Oh, hello. I was not expecting a Baranz in the first room. I'm just gonna reset. It's just kind of rude of them. Oh, Chris is going in, apparently. I'll freeze him then. But I'll use this to dodge the missiles. I know, I was like, you know, maybe I could see a Baranz in like a second or a third wave, but I was not expecting literally first wave. Well, on the plus side, that's one Baranz down. Also, I'm gonna quit my spread needle. Doing some kick in action. Man, oh man, I wish Paralyze worked on robots. Interestingly, enemies have spawned, but the doors are open. So do I even have to interact with these guys at all? Well, it did say exterminate all monsters. I'm not actually sure how this quest works, to be honest. This is not the quest I thought it was. I guess I'll go back. Alright, so I'm gonna put a freeze trap down. I'm gonna go deal with the other thing. I wish that worked. Wait a minute, he's got the Baranz launcher? How many of these do I have? Oh, this is the one without hit percentage. That's so sad. One day, chat, one day. Yeah, I'm basically strong enough even with a mid-range raw cast that I could basically just normal power. And my defense is so high, I don't think most things can really realistically hurt me. So I see the switch beyond me. But I have a question. Oh, okay, won't trigger it. Or did it? Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it. I saw the switch. I didn't see either of us shoot the switch, but the monsters died. We'll call that PSO magic, chat. We're not gonna question it further. So a decent amount of grouped cannabins. Oh, you shot the switch? Okay. I mean, I guess I'll just confuse trap them. I'm gonna conserve my freeze trap for when it's like truly heinous. Yeah, like he's only doing 30 damage to me, chat. I think we can all agree that that's sad. The regular robots, though, they hurt me with lasers. This enemy, eh. Oh. Oh, it's just... Oh, there's too many to spread needle, maybe. I was like, why am I getting hit with lasers? I feel sad. Thought I could just turn my back on them. Anyway, I guess I'll restock my Daimate. Don't know if it only works irrespective tomorrow solo, but you can also kill switches using sniper rifles. So, right, what Lou's saying, so sometimes it's, I don't know if it's quest dependent or what happens. There are some quests where they try to like stick them in the doorways, but it doesn't quite work. Oh, by the way, this is trap away, Chris. So sometimes I can hit it with like a frozen shooter. Other times I could just straight up hit them with spells. Oh no. Seems a little inconsistent. So this is lasered off. Interesting. What a quest. Yeah, this is not the one I was thinking it was. Maybe I played like a Phantasmal World. Oh, you know what it was? I probably played Nightmares 4, because that's the one where it's like the end room with all the Darkbringers. Maybe I never played 3. Well, there's the laser barrier to go into the other room. Interesting. Yeah, I was trying to see with the fire trap if it would activate it, but we'll see. I mean, I guess it's a good point for me to just keep trying with Frozen Shooter. Frozen Shooter's a little more useful to do than other weapons just because of the fact that it has infinite height restriction. Like, it ignores that. So, it's able to hit things it probably shouldn't. In particular, moving targets. It tends to ignore a lot of the auto miss that occurs. Okay. So far this quest is kind of devoid of enemies, which is a little disappointing for a kill quest. A dark room, interesting. I mean, is that it? So since you've made a Frozen Queen before, what is the recommended minimum hit of a Frozen Shooter to make it? Is it like 40, 50? I guess I'll take what was in this room. I was thinking about making one of those at some point. I come across enough Frozen Shooters I could realistically do it. Man, what is with this quest? Okay. Is this at least a dead end for treasure or something? It is. Okay, restocked all my healing items, good. Most people recommend 40 or 45, interesting. Okay, I think the highest I've gotten was like a Frozen Shooter with 30 hit, so I'll just wait a bit longer. Oh, see, like, this room is like my favorite classic room. I love the Sinnohs that come down in regular gameplay in this room. I think Chris is not quite as tanky as I am. I'll put a freeze trap down. These guys are annoying enough. I guess one downside of having all the doors open, it's kind of hard to tell when the wave is done, especially when playing some other quests where they have like big delays between the waves. On the plus side, I could see in multiplayer, if people were to split up, they could probably clear this quest pretty quickly. So I see the benefit of this being in an HBR with other people, where some people just run into the next rooms. I could see that. There could be a decent amount of strategy with this quest. Now the question is, where are the other brands? Oops. Well, that was just rude. Fine, you want... What? Chad, is it just me, or was like no robot actually shooting when I got hit there? Or did I like cancel his animation when I attacked but took the laser anyway? That looked a little weird on my end, I'll put it that way. I feel cheated. Wish they started a little closer together for spread needle. Oh, I got a PB, by the way. Okay. There's a laser gate on the right that has no trap. There's a laser gate on the left that has a trap. So what does doing this laser gate do, if anything? Okay, there's a trap here. So that's a fake switch. So the real switch is here. And that opened the door over there. Got it. Okay, but then... Oh, Chris is touching the other... I don't think the other switches do anything. Okay, and this room just leads to Sinnoh's. I guess I'll go here first. Oh, he hit me into the door. What a jerk. Unnecessary damage. There's that sweet spot in the door where I'm not able to shoot him. He managed to just push me far enough into it. Unfortunate. Tired of knocking that enemy down. D-band level 20. Oh, here's a healing circle. A little random, but I'll take it. Okay, so progress is presumably up and to the right. So what was over here that I could have accessed earlier? Oh. I see what it is. We'll come back there in a moment. We need a laser gate switch. Let's come this way then. I mean, Chris could kill stuff in that room. I don't really care. They're both connected. But we need the laser gate from this room. Wish they were just a little closer together. Good enough. I mean, on the plus side, I have all my traps back. Got Photon Blast. You can use it if you want. On Mila, whenever you're ready. Like on my screen, their graphic deloaded. This quest is having a couple issues today. But I think we'll get there eventually. I love the wall of nothing that was punching Chris. Okay, so I hit the laser gate, so I should be able to make progress. I'm mostly just looking for Dynates to replace the ones I lost. So that should be good. So far I'm not taking like a ton of damage, even though I'm not super familiar with the room layouts. Mostly just that starting room with the brands is a little silly. So if I want to run it again, I'll keep that in mind. And the plus side, since I am a cast, the healing circle being in an episode 1 quest is kind of like a miracle, honestly. Chris is just having fun sniping full screen. I don't blame him. And I would think there would be a valid strat. But we're gonna go through the laser gate door, which leads to a warp. Into a dark room. Into a lot of enemies. We're gonna take little steps forward. Unfortunately, even with Spread Needle, I'm not very likely to interrupt their confused attacks, since it's not guaranteed I get the knockdown. It's just kind of free damage for me. It's like just out of range. Easy Sinnoh red pill. Well, Sinnoh blue. I hear the Barans. Oh, I couldn't menu fast enough for my healing. That sucked. That actually sucked. Ah. That's annoying. I need to get rid of my monomates, honestly. I'm like, they're not going to heal me fast enough. Oh my gosh, what is this room? Okay, so here's what I've learned. I don't have any more escape dolls. I really don't appreciate dark rooms with Barans, because I don't know where they were when they first spawned. So it's hard for me to tell if I was aiming at a Sinnoh or a Barans. So definitely not a fan of this room at all. Like seriously, was there no way to reveal the light in this room? Was it just BS? Take a look around. So I was thinking it wouldn't be too bad since there's not that many Barans, but really don't like this dark room Barans. I mean, I don't like fighting Barans in general, so like to deal with like 2 of them with Sinnohs, not really appreciative. So that's just a shortcut for the other players. We have to be near the end of the quest though, right? So that was the final room. Did we miss a room? I guess we'll backtrack, question mark. We didn't get like an all clear, so I'll just keep looking. So yeah, that room looked like not a lot of fun. If there were like 4 players and everybody had, or at least 2 players had freeze traps, I could see that going a little better, but it just, I don't know. I like to call that artificial difficulty. Like, would that have been hard if the game, not the game, if the people who made the quest let me see the enemies? Probably not. It just feels like, haha, you're new to the quest, but you didn't see the can't see Barans in the room, so you have to figure out which ones are Sinnohs versus Canadines. It's not really great quest design, I'll put it that way. I don't mind for like aesthetics if some of these rooms are dark. Like this room being dark didn't really bother me. But yeah, not a fan. So the question is, what room did we not clear? I went to the other room that just had items last time. Oh, I think there's like 1 room in the beginning. Okay. I'll keep that in mind if I do it again. I feel like from a quest design standpoint, what they should have done is had a 1-way warp back to the entrance. It can't be like, not my fault you're not cast all. Exactly. So we missed this room. I'm assuming it'll give us an all clear once we kill every enemy. So yeah, not a huge fan of that. Rest in peace, our buff. I don't think we need them as 2 rangers though, to be honest. Am I missing something? Do I just go hand it in? We didn't get any... I feel like we just went to every room. Like, we went in the middle already. We went to the side. That was a dark room. We went up. We went down. We did those. Oh, was there another door? Oh, there was another door in the dark room. That is annoying. I didn't see it. Which, to be fair, do you blame me for not noticing the door in the dark room? Of course. I mean, we would have had to have gone back anyway. Well, let's see. At the end of this area, do they provide a one-way warp back to the entrance? Or do they expect me to telepipe? We'll find out, Chad. So, not a fan of this quest. Even in terms of, like, even if I know where the enemies are, the time it takes to go between enemies means I will never use this. Yeah, it's like, this is like way too much walking for a quest. I'm like, I want to be hit by wave after wave after wave and keep going, even if it's a long quest. See episode 4 quest design, where there's just like non-stop waves. I mean, I guess I'll monomate up. There we go. Since I'm here. So yeah, I don't know. I'm like, there are merits to this kind of quest design where you have the multiple doors, a couple different ways, open back into each other, so you can... Oh, I want to go where Chris is going. I'll just take the other door, that's fine. So that way, you're able to go through and see... I guess it doesn't matter which door I take. They both go the same way. Where you could have one team kind of split into doing the early rooms, and then that opens up shortcuts for the other team. So that way the team that comes later could come to the laser gate, and the people that are ahead could go left. Like, there's a decent amount of synergy for it. Oh, did Chris get red doored? Oh. I guess it's something I never noticed before. Does it really not reveal the door color until you're closer? Kinda sucks. It's okay, so what was over here? Oh, just a red warp? Oh, there's more to the quest. Oh, that's disappointing. I thought we were done. There's a console you can interact with. Oh, I'm gonna wait for Chris then, because there's a Baran's. I think that's one of the last Baran's, fortunately, because we killed 2 in the dark room, 1 started, and I guess this might be the last, question mark? Unless the enemy count was off. Let me verify. How many total are in this quest? Yeah, my enjoyment of a quest is directly proportional to the lack of Baran's in a Mines quest. Oh no, there's a lot more. Oh, it just didn't load properly. Okay, so there's 7 more Garans to go through. Well, that's gonna be rough. Unfortunate. Well, that alone would make me not want to do this quest, because I do not like fighting Garans. I feel like if I'm playing with a character that has 800 health in multiplayer, then Garans are not a problem because they knock me down, and then I have fun with the game. But once you're above like 1,000 health, it's just over. I just don't find them fun at all to play with. And unfortunately, Rawcast very quickly hit that limit. I'm gonna pray to the Monomate gods. Nope, not fast enough. It's fine though, Chris had my back. I just really don't like those enemies. See, if like paralysis worked on them, I would be less annoyed, but it's like, no, I really don't have a good option to deal with like 2 or more of them. Or if there's like a lot of enemies in the way, it's already more difficult than it has to be to frozen shooter them. Like, is it weird? I almost would rather fight Murder Flowers in episode 2 than fight with Garans in episode 1. I just feel like there's so much less counterplay. Because, like, normally what would happen against the Garans would be, like, I could go against the wall, put my back to it, and they would miss you. But, like, more often than not in these episode 1 quests, they keep putting them in rooms where I can't really easily do that. Where you take a look at how they were used in the original PSO maps, and they gave you a lot of opportunities to easily snipe the enemies and or put them against walls. Like, think about it like when they were put in the S-shaped rooms, where you could spawn them ahead of time and they were often their only wave. And that way they weren't anywhere near as annoying. And I just feel like a lot of PSO1 extra quests don't obey that design philosophy, and it just makes that enemy not fun. And again, I don't mind like multiple Barans potentially, but I don't like multiple Barans when there's so many things to take your attack target away. Also, this room would be really heinous without a cast, by the way. Just saying. Unless you're a forest, then you know, then it's kind of whatever. I'm not even gonna switch guns. I'll just take it in the face, it's fine. Well, anyway, I guess if I wanted more VM101 Excalibur chances, I guess they're happening. Exactly. I'm just checking out the materials. I might as well pick them up. So we're given a lot of options here. In fact, I'm going to check the area map to make sure we have... Okay, so there's even an option up here. Allegedly. Although it's a red door currently. Good to know. So we have two choices. I guess we'll pick one arbitrarily. I'm gonna play Delete a Sinnoh. It's my favorite game. Okay. So there's like an okay amount of box chances if you're going for that kind of thing. I personally don't go for any box rare that is not like Gafoe related. Just, I don't need them. Okay, so this splits. This one leads to the same room, so where does this one go? More items, and a trap. So I got most of my mates restored, at least. I hear the enemy spawning. See the enemy spawning. Oh, hello, S-shaped room. We were just talking about you. Where I'm okay with fighting Barans in here. Because more often than not, it should just be solo Barans. I'm gonna get rid of the trap in case a Barans does spawn in here. Just to set a switch so that we're able to backtrack more easily. Time that decently well. I feel like it's lulling us into a full sense of security here. Normally there's at least a Barans on the other side of the bridge, so I'm expecting it to do the same. Also, really unfortunate to get slow-mo right before the Barans is allegedly going to appear. Oh, no Barans. Hello, Shaky. Hope you're doing well. We are experiencing a quest. I think the word enjoyment would be a little bit of a stretch, but we're experiencing it. And it's a shame too, because I think there are some really good mine quests that exist. I don't know if I would categorize this as good. That Dark Barans room still has me kind of salty. So far we've killed 1 of 7 Barans that are here, and surprisingly have not seen a Barans. Normally they spawn by this point. Okay, so they decided to put Sinnohs where this Barans would be. Interesting. Actually, I'm gonna be honest, Chris. If instead of using the Gelin to debuff them, I think if you just shot them, they would die. I do like almost 2,600 to them, so if you even just do like another 1k, it's fine. Zalura's probably still fine though. Also trap hallway. Hopefully you won't follow me directly. There we go. There we go. Nice little frozen shooter action right there. Going into play what Luke mentioned earlier. If you shoot them, they will die. It's true. Sometimes. Star Animizer? Sure, use another one of those. So this is a warp to somewhere. Interesting. Oh, this time there are multiple waves. Okay. I was gonna check our area map to see if I missed any doors before we took that warp. put a fire trap down for more DPS while repositioning. Okay, apparently I'm not allowed to check my map. I just rolled my eyes, chat. Oh. I was targeting an enemy I didn't quite see yet. That was unfortunate. Guess I should have checked my mini-map. What a room. So where is the switch? It must be on the other door. Actually, I don't see it. Funny enough, I used the shortcut for my moon atomizer out of instinct. I kind of forgot what button it was. But at least some of that kicks in. So anyway, as I said before, I wanted to see if we missed any doors. There was a red door back there, but we couldn't do anything with it. So hopefully we do not need to interact with that red door at the four-way split, or I'm going to be kind of mad, because it was definitely red when I checked it. I don't like the look of this. Alright, now we could go through the red door. I'm ready to die to some nonsense, chat. Okay. What's this? Oh no, dynamic camera angle, no! No! No, PSO, I don't like this. Oh no, this is gross. Isn't that button supposed to disable this? If it's one of those? I didn't get a message prompt. Are you broken in the quest currently? Because this is very disorienting and terrible. Oh yeah, chat, fun time is over. I hate this quest. If I can't get rid of it with that button, no way. I really do not like looking upwards. I find that really gross to look at. I'm like, yeah, there's enough things that are taller than me in this game. No, it didn't work for me. I didn't even get a message. This is so BS. Yeah, this is like not doable. It worked for you. Yeah, I didn't get a message prompt when I stepped on it. Chat can go back and verify. I did not step on that thing multiple times either. Because that's what I was thinking it would be, but then nothing happened. So thanks, PSO. I hate it. The mission is to clear out this room and hopefully escape. Oh gosh, I can't aim like this. What an unpleasant experience not being able to see in front of you correctly. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to freeze trap properly, Chris. This is just way too disorienting for me to figure out where to stand. I hit the dub switch, though. Surprisingly with the spread needle, of all things. Oh, okay. I need to Mad Blast because this is stopping me from using items. I cannot menu fast enough for this character. I need my items back. Okay, there we go. There has to be like at least like 4 Barans or something in this room at some point. I don't see how else we could hit the Barans count that I mentioned. Yeah, like look at this. I'm taking up like almost half of my own view screen. This is so stupid. Speaking of which. Okay, that's dead. Stuck on him, because of course. I'm gonna spin in circles around him, which is really nauseating with this camera. Enemies in the way, no! No, menuing! Get them off of me. Holy. Alright, I'm gonna pop a telepipe down. I feel like I'm gonna die soon. I just have that gut feeling, chat. I have no faith. Why? There goes all my healing items. Hate these enemies. Trying to rotate around them with this camera too, it just makes me that much more mad. I'm dead. Mission complete. Thank you. Oh man, oh man, would have been easier to go around them with this camera angle, not this weird worm's eye view BS when everything is so big, including my character. Well, I think this is going on the list of quests I will never do again. So already HBR off to a great start. Never again, chat. Never doing this quest again. Is it sad that somehow I think Seabed will be more enjoyable than that quest? I thought Seabed was gonna be the problem quest, but a whole bunch of dead walking and not really great room patterns and dark rooms. Disappointing. I know, I'm like, take me to Seabed. Seabed wouldn't do that to me, chat. Listen, Seabed would gel beater me like by like 5 of them, but it wouldn't dark room me with all that nonsense. I'm just saying, I don't think it would do it to me. I'm shaking my head though. Anyway, let's try another quest. Let Chris join it. He'll figure out the game. Big oof. Okay. So next we're moving on to Mop-Up Operation 4. Which, again, if this ends up being a timed operation, I'm going to be very, very upset. I really don't like them. The enemy counts look somewhat standard. 50 Claws, 13 Del Sabers, 12 Dark Belra, a couple Dark Gunners, which I'm not a big fan of, but like literally probably 1 wave's worth. That's not terrible. And the rest are sharks. So like the quest itself seems okay. So the question is, how will they mess this up? And just to verify, that was the right quest, right? Yep, okay. Alright, so hopefully something a little less trashy. I'm gonna read the dialogue. Oh, it's a time limit quest, really? Man. Chat, why do they pick these for HBR? You know what? I think I might actually cancel the HBR runs if this is what they're gonna do. Well, it said 8 minutes, but you know what? The time limit hasn't started yet. Okay. If the time limit is not there, I'll be okay with it. Stupid. Or maybe they disable it for the HBR, which I would be okay with, honestly. That I'm okay with. Because the way she spoke reads to me as, I will give you 8 minutes to beat the quest. I'm like, man, I just want to enjoy at my own pace the game. If I want to go fast, I could go fast. They removed the timer. It was only in the English version. Good. Timers upset me, chat. I'm telling you. I don't mind count-up timers. Those are fine, because then you could go, like... You can push yourself to do better, as opposed to hitting some game's arbitrary standard of what it wants you to get. I deserve getting hit in the face there. That was really greedy. Now, when you say they removed the timer, is that for all versions or just when it's HBR? Because I know for some of them they say, we removed the timer for, and they put it in. Hopefully it's permanent. Use a little spread needle paralysis. Wish I could use that in mines. Another star atomizer? Sure. I mean, so far I'm having a good time. A lot of Del Sabers. Oh, I thought there were 4, just 3. Thought I could do the perilous shot before that hit me. That was unfortunate. Oh, okay. No worries. Put a little freeze trap down. Oh, we'll gladly take that dime, mate. Alright, so red door, but green door's over here. Okay. So our choices are trap hallway or random laser gate room. This looks a little familiar to me. I think I've done this one before. Very interesting. Anyway, we should be able to continue now. So there's another door we didn't go through. There's a lot of traps here, so I'll try to help Chris not get destroyed. So we would have had to have gone here first, then the other way. Don't go that way, Chris. So, okay, so we could go back to the blue thing, which I guess I could do. But I will acknowledge there's a door down to the south. For that? Oh, it adds 2 minutes. Oh, it's for the time limit one. Yay, more time, exactly. So you would, in theory, have 10 minutes to clear the quest. That's not as terrible. I mean, it's not good. Just as I said before, I don't like time limit quests. But at least being able to extend it. 8 minutes did sound really short. It probably cost you about 10 seconds to get that. So realistically, you're getting about 1 minute and 10. Just because you'd have to hit the switch, then come all the way back, and then accept it, and then go back. So that would be at least 10 loss. But it'd still be time plus, at least. That is a lot of claws. It did say 50 claws. So expect a whole bunch more of these. Goodbye, my buffs. Do I do enough with Vulcan damage? Oh, I do. Alright. let's not take forever on the Belras. We'll pull out the more serious gun. So there's 2 switches here. And hit both. Presumably that opens up the hallway we came from before, one of those doors. Boop, 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 boop. I mean, they both should be open, right? Let's find out. Nope. Only Chris's door is open. Oh, PSO. I almost said quit. See, like, if you could see if the door was open or not without being in the same room, the area map would be more useful. It's one of those scenarios where I had a 50-50 guess of it being correct. Yeah. Okay. But they were a little closer for spread needle. That's a bit unfortunate. There we go. Killing claws and shipping out the Belra. Nice, I got them to hit each other. Okay, straightforward enough. But doesn't this just lead me back to the room like... Oh. Oh, so I could open that other one up. Okay. Might as well go for the stun lock. There we go. Let Chris just DPS them down. I'm just gonna stun lock him. He rotated just enough that I couldn't hit him with the other shot. A bit unfortunate. You know what? Copyright time. That was unfortunate to whip that shot. I see nothing but horrible things for Chris up ahead. There's the time extender. So I guess there's nothing to do in this room other than take damage and get the trap. But I guess I'll take a look around to see if there's any chests. So I guess we would all touch that for more time limit normally. Oh, there is a switch all the way back here. That's obnoxious. Oh, it lights up the room. Okay. That makes a bit more sense. Alright, so we can see where we would have to go in order to not die. So we'd have up to 12 minutes extra. That's probably like another 20-second detour, honestly. Because you have to count the walk there and walk back again. What? How did that not stun lock? That was weird. Normally, if you just do normal, 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 you should never get hit. But I didn't whip an attack there, yet it didn't stun lock. It's very strange. Is it because Chris is hitting them or something? I don't understand. Like, in single player, that will never hit me. Must be what's happening. Like, to me, that's, like, mind-boggling. I'm like, this is, like, one of the safest things ever. That time I just whipped. That time it was my 82% mischance. Speaking of which, yeah, I need to max his ATA. The other time I did, like, triple normals and it didn't stun lock. It was a very weird experience. So this quest already, if it didn't have the time limit, I would say it would have a lot of fun with it. I think it's okay on HBR. I'm not seeing any, like, problem rooms compared to the other one. Or extremely stupid gimmicks. I'm gonna let Chris go that way. I'm gonna check what's over here. Hopefully a healing circle. Oh, Chris found the healing circle, apparently. In my defense, I felt like we were coming up to one. I said it before he wrote it. Okay, so in one of the other quests we normally do, the healing circle is down more, and then you go to the right, which I think it's the Phantasmal World quest, so it's the opposite of Phantasmal World. Because normally where... I guess normally it's like a two-way entrance into this room. One being like you come in the upper left, upper right just loops back around to the entrance you came from, and then to the right is actual progress. Well, anyway, more traps. So again, like, that's a good sign. They thought about casts. Goodbye, Indy Belra. Oh, I missed the special. Man, those claws are putting in the work today. Go away. Well, I definitely have Mag Blast due to that. Put a little happy confused trap down. Uh-oh. Yeah, we should PB. I'm gonna put a freeze trap down. Oh, that was a little unfortunate timing. They're gonna unfreeze. Or does it actually stall the freeze? Huh. I didn't think it stalled the freeze. Good to know, I guess. Because normally things like your buffs tick down. It's surprising to me that freeze doesn't tick down in that same scenario. The more you know, I guess. There's a warp behind the waterfall. We'll take a look. I think I see where you would come out if you took the warp. Let's go back. This would have let you get a better shooting vantage point. Interesting. And then, where is this relative to anything else? Oh, we're like several rooms ahead. Weird. So anyway, almost all these switches have traps near them, by the way. So good luck. Wait, do literally every single one of these have a trap? Are these all fake switches? I'm assuming these don't do anything. Found the non-trap one, it was over there. I'll activate these just because, we got time. Might as well light them all up. So anyway, we now have an exit out of this room. So, do we even have to go to the other doors? Or was the other area optional? Oh, this is all just for a time up. Oh. This one seems like barely worth it. Because like just to go from the waterfall to that point was about 20 seconds. So it would take 40 seconds just to get it. I don't know how I feel about that. Almost half of the time added is spent walking to it and back. They're not like a waste of time, they just don't add like a lot. Like it sounds like you're getting a lot, but you use more than like 30% of the time, most of the time, in order to then return after you've spent time getting there. Game, seriously? Am I missing normal? Please stop missing. Thank you. I'm getting annoyed at the character now versus the game. Like that's a cut me a break moment. Like I'm literally doing like the most easy chain possible. Ridiculous. Anyway, I'll paralyze them, I guess. Good. Give me accuracy. Nope, get wrecked apparently. No accuracy. Well, I guess I do more damage now. One day, chat. One day I'll have the accuracy. On the plus side, I have enough health to do solo falls. That's kind of nice. There are so many traps here. What the heck? Freeze plus paralysis equals fun times. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Ooh, those were some bad whips on the special. Oh well. Guess that shows if I should use my V502, just to guarantee it. I mean, in my defense, I had like almost a 70% chance of it happening without it. But whiffed it twice. 50-50 be damned. Goodbye, sorcerer. Chris died. Unfortunately, when I went to turn around to revive you, I got bodied by the Belro with no health. Game, please. Thank you. Ooh. Man, I'm not even hitting the special, let alone the special percentage. It's kind of rough. At least I paralyzed one of them. It's probably good enough. Defense material. Mission complete. Okay. Honestly, that quest was fine. I didn't see any real major concerns with it. Like, if you don't have to do the time extensions, the quest is pretty short. Yeah, I think that quest was fine. I don't think there were, like, bad spawns or, like, really unfair stuff, like the previous quest. If it had the timer, I would be very upset. But no, this is fine. I'm still not happy. Chat can go watch the replay. I did not get a prompt about the camera in that previous quest. So I have 2 reasons to be very salty about that quest and never play it again. We'll talk to him to see if he wants anything else before we hand it in. Nope. Alright, so we're gonna switch characters because we're not bringing this Rawcast into Seabed. Be a madman to do it. Why is it always the Space Odyssey when I come back in? Is somebody just repeatedly putting it in? Hello, Snow. Hope you're doing well. So, Chris, bring in whoever you want. I'm bringing in Pink ID. Of course. We gotta play somewhat seriously for Seabed. Like, I'm bringing a big gun for it. I don't need to level other characters. You're well getting ready to get your day started. Any plans for the day, Snow, that you want to share? You know what? I'm sure Chris will figure out which game is mine. Without me saying the game name. He'll know. So, what do I want to put away for Seabed is the question. Not major plans. Nice to have some time off. Do I want Red Ring or 3 seals? I'll leave Red Ring on for now. Magical Piece, not going to be useful. Ice Staff, not going to be useful. I guess I'll leave my Dual Blade for TP regen and single target. Mech Gun also for range single target, and Rambling May for single target. I really have a good AoE. I'll leave Demonic Fork on. Let's sort our inventory a little bit. We're gonna... Okay, I don't know if Chris has one of these. We're gonna gift it to him briefly. So Chris, confirm. Do you have a Hell Gun at all? I recommend you bring one. Wow, I have a 65%, but it's only a handgun, but still, it's a 65% hit Hell Gun. I got some serious anti-episode 2 stuff in my inventory. For like, preparing for the day I play it. Yeah, I'm gonna bring out the V502 for sure. I've only played one Phantasy Star game on the PSP. You know what? I've never played those. Maybe one day I'll actually just try to play them on stream. Like, just the story mode. I'm not gonna, like, grind to the end game of each. But I did think about that since I did get the PSP stuff working for Tales. I remember a long time ago I used to play, what was it, Phantasy Star Zero on the Game Boy. It had some quality of life changes I liked, but there were a lot of other things I wasn't a big fan of. One of which being you can't swap weapons mid-run. That actually drove me a little wild. Did not like that at all. It basically was like, well, I guess I'm only playing Force, because that's why I like Ranger and Hunters, they have weapon choice. So... I'm kind of broke. I'm gonna have to pick up some items later. Well, you say the PSP one wasn't bad. I thought there were 3 PSP ones. I remember there being more than one. Hell Spread and a Hell Gatling? No. You need a single target Hell. Do you not have a handgun with those? So if you're not aware, Chris, anything that has multi-hit or can multi-target has a 1/2 or 1/3 reduction. So those will be literally useless. A lot of enemies will just straight up resist it. I mean... I'll give you my Hell Ray Gun for now, but I want it back. So basically, Chris, whatever you see me attempting to me good, you just try to kill if you don't have the percentage thing. And enjoy V5 Foe 2, which doubles the chance of insta-kill. So it also means spread needle should be like guaranteed paralysis. So specifically Gel Beater, you'll probably spread needle still. Everything else, even Sinnohs, I would still try to take a couple pot shots with the hell. So okay, what was the name of this quest that we're about to attempt? Oh, it's a Phantasmal World quest. Okay. Yeah, but like the stupid squid monsters, the shiny light barrier protectors, even the recon boxes, all of them are pretty susceptible to insta-kill. It's mostly just Del Beater that's a problem. And the fidget spinner enemy, that one I don't think you can insta-kill. I think the EDK is too high. So anyway, what I'm gonna do as a backup is I'm gonna use Meagid. Which has a decent chance of insta-kill, although I forget if I'm using God Technique. Oh, I'm not using God Technique. Okay, what level is my Meagid? This actually makes a difference. Oh, I think I go back for God Technique. Hold on, I'm going back for God. 6% extra chance of insta-kill is kind of important here. I should be able to do it. 1 second. Although I don't think it's in my share bank. Hopefully I have a God on this character's character bank. Or else I'll have to take my Devil. Which again, 4% I will still go back for. Okay. Don't need Cure Paralysis. We'll put God Technique on. Del Beater has the same resist as the Belrus. It's not worth the time you take spamming hell on them. Yeah, I remember their EDK was pretty high. We'll see the EDK when I play in the upper right. I think it was like a 2% chance or something silly. I mean, I've done it before by accident, but it's not something I recommend. There's the Morphos. I got the lasered. Chris better live. What the? They 69% resist? Alright, fine. You wanna play that game? Then I'll actually shift it ourselves. Jerks. The way you deal with them is freeze plus demons. I do like freeze traps and frozen shooter for Del Beater, but when there's a whole bunch of them, I don't know what my go-to would be. I guess I would just mow them down with this. You know what, give me my TP back. There we go. Save me some TP later. Anyway, back to Demonic Fork. Yeah, I don't think so. Sit down, Sinnoh. I'm tired of you. Sit down. Okay, door that's locked by 1 switch. Good to know. One of these rooms, huh? Yeah, I don't think so. So anyway, we're just gonna play the Meagid game. I'm sure Chris is enjoying some of the insta-kill. It's very silly. Nope. Oh, not quite. I'm gonna move up higher so I don't get hit by the laser. So this guy's got a 20% chance of being killed by me, but I'll still go for it. Hi, Del Beater. Oh, you have an 8% chance of being insta-killed. Interesting. I mean, I got it in 3. In my defense, chat, that was actually hashtag worth it. Oh, okay, 8% chance, you know, 1 in 3, same odds, it's fine. Hello, random console, what do? You can charge barrier field with energy. It costs money? No, I actually don't have money to do it. I'm assuming this is just meant to give you iframes so that you could just tank these enemies. I don't really need them. I got Meagid, it's fine. Also, Meagid auto-aim, please. There we go. Come on, give me the slap. Oh, nice double kill. Chris has activated it though, so he's invincible for a while. I don't even have 10k on me, so I should be picking up items. Well, the trap almost got me. I actually legit didn't see it. Oh, it's just money in here? Oh, and then very rudely a Deldep. Yeah, this thing you're gonna have to legit kill. Or, never mind. Ignore me, apparently. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just me get everything. Why bother using other spells or weapons? Apparently. Just whip out Demonic Fork, which allows for Meagid to pierce, and just believe. 3% chance. It's all the hopes and dreams you need. So where did it want us to go? Well, that was just rude. That was actually just rude. I would not go for the EDK on this, to be honest with you. Unless you're me, then you'll get it instantly, and it doesn't matter. What was that? 2 Del Beaters killed and 4 Meagids? What a ratio today, chat. Just shake your head. Oh, you got me. You got me. And I got you in return. Big pranks all around, chat. He hits me, I insta-kill him. It's fine. Chat, is it sad that this quest is actually more enjoyable to me than that Mines quest is? I think it is. Hello, Morphos. I did not mean to turn to face you, but Chris killed you. Come on, Piercing Meagid. Man, Piercing Meagid, you let me down. I had a 40% chance? Come on. I almost whiffed as many times as it took to kill the Del Beater. Life is so unfair sometimes, chat. Yeah, Ray Gun does at least somewhat decent damage in case Chris just wants to keep trying and shooting. But yeah, we're gonna be abusing this quite heavily. Oh, so chat, remember how I was saying before, there's a certain room layout where you could glitch the game. I think this is the room. Also, look where they died on my screen. That was interesting. So I think with certain animations, you could clip through the floor there to go diagonal, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think we have the weapons to do it, though. One day I'll look up a video on how to do it. I don't ever intend to use it for an actual useful strategy, just to show off glitches. At some point I want to try it. It's just like one of those rooms with the elevated platform. I don't know if it needs to have a rock or whatever, but we'll find out. Oh, I thought he was gonna freeze. Uh-oh. He didn't freeze. Ah, there we go. There we go. We can kill Del Beater the intended way. That was accidentally not me good. That was my fault. Hello, Morphos. Photon drop. That sad time when you whip double me good. Game, please. Thank you. Okay. So we're gonna try not to look at them to dissuade them from shooting. And that seemed to work okay. I mean, so far I'm having a good time. I don't feel like any of these ways were incredibly terrible. I see a laser gate down at the other end of the hallway, so keep in mind if we come across that, where to go. Yeah, the reason I want Demonic Fork is that sometimes they spawn multiple Ricos, and it can end up blocking us. There's a switch underneath the box. That was just rude, the thing that hit me. Rude. What am I stuck on? Why can't I walk there? What is going on? Or is that not a... Oh, that's not a ledge. Oh. You got me, episode 2. You got me. It's like... I just wanted to hit the switch to see what it did. And that opened up a door here. And that led to items. So I guess you could get invincibility by coming back in here if you really wanted it. Kind of a weird quest so far. Well, it almost got me again. I wasn't paying attention. Poke. So there's a two-way split here. Where does this one go? This one goes to a huge room. That sad moment where you fail a double 40%. I'm gonna debuff them so I don't take as much damage. Oh, Chris got my back. We're good. Piercing Knee get potentially useful here if either of them lands. Okay. Ideally here, I would be playing a character with a high hit handgun like the one I had before, and using V502, but I think Chris does not have one. I would rather Chris with his accuracy do it. Oh gosh, there are so many laser enemies. I don't know where to look. Yeah, that's one enemy down. Okay, well, apparently I'm not landing the 20% today. A little brutal. Also, geez, you hit like a truck. Almost instantly dead, nice. You know what, I got my own version of invulnerability. It's called getting destroyed by them. Yeah, for those Sinnohs, you might end up just relying on other methods. Alright, since Chris is now freeze trapped, I will just go in. Oh, never mind. Hello, Calvisham. Hope you're doing well today. Wasn't too bad. Got a little unlucky with the Sinnohs, but you know, such is the way with episode 2. All luck, no skill, chat. Just believe. What a room. I almost got punished. Not even with piercing me good. Oh well. I guess I'll try briefly. Reband ourselves, I guess. Since we're not instantly killing them and our stats matter, I guess I'll do force things. Slept better. I slept for like 12 hours, Calpisham. I was very tired yesterday. Oh, I can't meet it because I have Mag Blast. I'm gonna have to burn it. This is blocking me from using spells. It's in my way. The downside of the new spell layout. It can be a little trolly when I have Mag Blast. Ooh, I took some big damage there. Try this again. Okay, killed the squid thing. Killed the other squid thing. Okay, I went on a killing spree with me get there. I was trying to believe in the 20% chance. I was not rewarded. Wow, he still does like 600 plus to me. That's actually crazy. Chris landed the insta-kill before me. All that for a laser gate, okay. I don't know where me could aim there. I'm sure chat saw that. That did not aim at the Sido. Feel a little cheated there, to be honest. Went like through the floor. Very weird. That is a lot of boxes, by the way. Oh, the red ones are easier for me to kill. Interesting. That is a lot of boxes. Random box rare. Oh, that's right. I used to do box runs for this. I was wondering why this quest seemed familiar. I would go specifically to that room. I don't really need to go to that room at the moment. But yeah, back before they nerfed box runs, that was like the go-to room for me. Because it wasn't like really hard to get to. You'd only clear a handful of rooms and then you could get to it. Yeah, I don't feel like finding it, but yeah, it was nice. I think you need to use like a warp to get to it if I remember correctly. Healing circle. Look, this quest even has a healing circle, invulnerability stations, and healing circles. It's like they're trying to make episode 2 fun. How dare they? How dare they, chat? That's forbidden. Didn't they get the memo? He didn't get the memo. Nice. Double kill, triple kill. Quadra kill. Penta kill. Okay, we're good there. I'll take the other tried fluid since I'm here. Oh, did I not walk out of it? Apparently I didn't. Huh. Barely didn't. Let me look at how you would get to that warp normally. I think you have to go to the other door there in the middle. And then you'll end up on the bottom path. Still, might be worth it for people looking for a massive amount of rares. Now, the reason you would do it as like a newer player is that this quest is really not hard to get through, with the idea being like, if you have a Hellray gun and you have enough HP to survive being insta-killed, you can kind of brute force your way through everything. That is so unlucky. That is so unlucky, getting hit for 800 there. Try this again. Hello, Delbeater. I'm trying to aim at the squids, but the Delbeater has decided to confuse me. Come on, aim at the squids. You can do it. There we go. That's all I wanted. Good dodge on my part, sort of. I'll weaken him up a little. Yeah, that seems fair. Another scape doll. It seems actually kind of appropriately timed. I'm gonna walk away from them so they don't see. Oh god, there's so many lasers. I think if I go up a little higher, they can't hit me. I think like right here, they can't hit me, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So I can take my time sniping them without getting hit. It's like the game wants you to enjoy it. It's such a weird feeling playing so many bad episode 2 quests. They actually have one that's like sort of fun. Also, Chris is getting destroyed. Unfortunately, when I use Resta, I'm forced to face him. Now I'm gonna look away. Yeah, I think Chris has got this. I really just want that escape though. It's weird. It's like Seabed is both one of the harder places in the game, but also one of the easier ones, just because Vega destroys so much of it. It's mostly being able to deal with the Del Beaters. I'm looking at the laser person by accident. And unfortunately, I keep looking at Chris when I heal due to how I have my keys bound, which is normally not a problem, but it is in episode 2. Okay, if I do like this, I don't have to look at Chris. Me get out there. There we go. Oh, that's a Del Beater. Let's not me get that. So that was probably like a harder room of the game, because there's a lot of set damage shots going out there. But like prior to that point, it was mostly just squids. I think you have to deal with maybe one Del Beater. Bowie level 29. Actually, I'll go pick that up. So as I was saying before, like the box rares would get you started, so you could end up getting like a lot of techniques for forces. So if you're playing solo and you're like, damn, I really want to get up to like level 27 easy, but I don't have like the raw power to get through it. It's like, it's okay. Do you have a ray gun? It's good enough. You could even bring a non-force in to get force techs. So anyway, we didn't end up going to where the treasures were, but I do recommend checking it out. Sometimes you could hunt for box rares here, but mostly I just look for techniques. But I'm kind of past that point in the game. Is an amplifier Refoe worth finding the box room for? Maybe. I mean, like, I would use it. I don't know how much an average player would do it. I feel like if people were doing Gafoe, it'd be fine. Why was that in your box room or something? For me, there was nothing. That's why I didn't want to go back. So you're telling me that's where it is? Okay, then we'll go back. I'll probably make that actually legit, because I do like Refoe. Oh boy, now I have to remember how to get back there. It's a warp if I remember correctly. But which door led to the warp is the question. It's definitely before this point, because I don't remember doing any of this nonsense to get to it. So I think it might be this upper path. I'm gonna walk to it. As I said before, I don't remember it being a very long journey to get to, so I'm looking at these places first. Oh, it's just walled off here, never mind. Go to the next area. So, oh, it's even earlier than that to warp to it? That's interesting. So there's a couple of rooms it could be. I don't remember if I did a long room or not to get there. I feel like maybe the answer to that is no. As I said before, the journey there is surprisingly easy to get to, so it shouldn't require clearing more than half of the first area. So let's check over here first. Oh, speaking of which. Yeah, how did the Del Beater do less than the Sinnoh to me? That's actually just nonsense. That's why I said it was just unlucky the Sinnoh outdamaged the Del Beater. Like, actually unlucky. Okay, I don't think this is necessarily where we have to go, but I figured we might as well check it out for completion at this point. Don't remember what that opened. So I think what we're gonna do is I think it's that hallway to the left, although this spawned enemies, interesting. I did not mean to go forward. You know what? I've already committed. I'm going in. Oh, so the healing... So activating the gates would let you get to the healing circle. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Anyway, I want to go to where the destination might be. I think it's... This isn't where. I think it's right here. Because you don't have to go very far into the dungeon from what I remember. It might even be in that healing circle room. Oh, speaking of which. Tell him to get off me real quick. I mean, if nothing else, I'm sure Chris would appreciate just getting all of his traps back. So I'm gonna check out the healing circle room real quick, and then if not, I will double check the map. As I mentioned earlier, it's a warp, so it's not gonna be like a direct path to it, but I'll take the healing circle no matter what. Okay, no other warps in this area. Okay. Okay, so if it's not the room that I was thinking it was, where... Oh, well, that was just rude. That was rude and uncalled for. I was in my area map. The only other room that I can think of would be this bottom right one, if it wasn't this one. But good to know that the healing circle is right in the middle. So that means there's 2 healing circles on 1 floor. Wow, that's actually kind of rare, to be honest. So there's just shortcuts back to the other room. Oh, it's a dead end for the items. Right. Okay, I remember also checking up here for items because it was a short detour. So maybe the door we're looking for is actually over here. If not, I'll go look it up. Let's go downward slightly. As if so, that's kind of crazy how little enemies you have to fight. Well, that's just rude. There's a warp. Wow. Okay, so let's take a look at the area map for people just to get their bearings. So we would have had to have only gone into... Wow, that's crazy. Only like 4 rooms to get to it? Thank you for the amplifier. I guess I'll pick these up since I'm here. Also, if you're looking for weapons with hit percentage, this was also a good place to do it, I will state. I think this is where I got my first Hellray gun. In fact, I'm gonna go back to just to sell items, because there's just so many things here. I'm sure Chris wouldn't mind also just getting a ton of cash. I don't really care about my mag blast here at all. So I'm gonna go on a selling spree, put away the amplifier. I'm probably gonna teach that to my bow Newman, because I mean I like 360 lightning and all, but having Rafoi pumped, because I use it to stun lock, would actually be more useful. So we're gonna spend some photon drops later to get that. There were 2 in that room? That's actually crazy. Well, on the plus side, I have a lot of escape dolls. I really don't need mono fluids. I'm gonna sell them just so I can pull more items. The downside is I have so many weapons. In fact, do I even really need my Rambling May for this area? I feel like I don't. Yeah, let's put that away. I don't really need that at the moment. Not put it in the share bank, though, or I'm never going to find it again. I'm going to put it on my character bank. Charge mech gun could be situationally good. And I'll put my 3 seals away, as I really don't need that as well. I'll keep Fear Paralysis on, so I don't find it waste time later. You even got the Storm Wand from it? Nice. So I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna sell more items, and then we'll continue. What a silly, silly room. So yeah, you have to clear, like... In fact, I don't even think you have to fight a single Delbeater, if I'm doing that correctly. So all you have to do is kill a few rooms worth of squid and a couple Morphos, maybe? Ooh. Crazy. I mean, I'll probably just junk both of these because I have like 6 spare Indras, to be honest with you. But hey, if you're just looking for random elemental staff on pink ID, it's pretty solid. I'm back up to 25,000 Asceta. That's kind of important for me. I could buy my own tries again. Anyway, what we should have done, if I was thinking a little harder about it, is we should have set a telepipe at the other exit to save some time. But hey, I'm having fun with the quest, so I guess it's still fine. Also, there's just random enemy spawns. And the best part is you can just log off afterwards too. You don't even have to fight through these things. Unless you're legit looking to clear it. I traded blows, but I won. That's all that matters. We're going to consult the area map again. Oh, I can't go through that way? That's annoying. The map would lead you to believe otherwise. So we're going to take the long way back, I suppose. But wow, enough healing circles for 2 on 1 floor. Enemy spread was pretty good. We're wasting a lot of time because we went back for the item room. Otherwise, it was pretty solid. That'll put us through here. We're gonna make a turn here. That puts us in this room. Then I just gotta circle around and we're done. Okay. Navigation skills, yay! I've left Chris somewhere, unfortunately. He'll see where I'm going, though, I think. Just making sure I didn't miss any other rooms. I think we're good. So with that amplifier of Rafoe, I mean, I'm using pretty mediocre shields. I'll take that dye fluid, actually. I hear my telepipe from earlier. I stopped moving and I'm fidgeting out. That's not good. I'm pretty far on my screen, as you can see. Yeah, I'm like way down here. What was in this room, by the way? Oh, it's a healing circle. I'm not supposed to use it. Couldn't recall. Come over here. Come up the ramp. Then my destination is that northernmost room on the right. Adele beaters, what? Why have you spawned here? Well, time to debuff you. Can I mech gun them from here? I can, and I do decent damage. Nice, love to see it. Oh, you can actually hit me from there? That's crazy. I'm back up slightly then. Oh, too far. A little further. Nope. There we go. Perfect height. Wow, even with red ring, my accuracy is this terrible? That's kind of unfortunate. I shot Chris. I just saw a movement. I went to kill mode. I have to normal, hard. I mean, I guess it's better than nothing. They're really trying to reach me and just failing miserably. I wonder what causes that other wave to appear. Because I feel like we cleared this room and came back and nothing happened. Weird. It's okay, let's see if the second part of Seabed is as good as the first part. I'm gonna doubt it, with that treasure room being there with easy access. Multi-kill, nice. I'm sure Chris is even surprised at how smooth Seabed is mostly going. Feels like a mostly fair quest. Although, we'll see, because eventually there's going to be, like, the control room at the end, which may or may not break the quest on how terrible it is. Stupid Sinnoh, get out of my way. Why is it targeting the thing that's furthest from me? Game, please. Nice insta-kills. Love to see it. Don't love to see that, though. I'll use Resta manually versus on my controller. Those whips, though. I have a 0% chance of hitting it with melee. Wow. That is so sad, actually. Chris is gonna have to help me with this. I legit cannot hit the Del Defs. There we go. That was so sad. Just legit 0% chance of hit. Those are some faux moral struggles right there, chat. Just not even with Red Ring did I have a % chance of hitting. Actually crazy. Okay. I'm failing many chances in a row. Wow. Holy. Bad. Oh, what the heck? Oh, that one was that room was a little rude, I will say. Okay, what did that switch do? Summon more cannon fodder, got it. You're weak to thunder. I'm assuming this just opened. Oh, what opened this door? That is a lot of enemies to Demonic Pierce. Go Magic Negid. Nope, it's targeting the robots, which is what I don't want it to do. Come on, aim at the boxes. There we go. Much better. It's the Demonic Fork proving briefly useful in this room. The Mono Fluid. Why, hello there. I'm getting crows punched repeatedly, not the best. I whiffed. Man, okay, well maybe I did need my other weapon for some accuracy. Oof. Regretting putting away Rambling May. Game, why did you not swap to the weapon that I selected? It's weird. I had a feeling you used that already, so the door, well, I guess if this looks like too much like progress, I just go back and check the other door. That looks too much like progress. I'm gonna go check the other door. This other door, assuming I could reach it. Okay, this one loops around. Where does this go? Okay. This puts me on the ground floor. Okay. And I could collect the money. Oh, did it not loop around to the other side? Oh, that's annoying. Oh well. Suddenly Del Beater, okay. Wow! Are you telling me that did 1440 legit? Holy. What a damage output, chat. How often have you seen a character take exactly all but one of their health before? That has been a long time. I mean, I'm level 186 and I almost legit got one shot. That was actually insane. Oh, I didn't get the insta-kill I wanted. I mean, I could grants them, but... Game, please. Game, please. Thank you. In my defense, I'm not looking at the Morphos. Not getting as lucky with the hits there, but we'll take it. So far, this is like... There's not like a ton of enemies, which is a bit unfortunate. Good for just a little more. Yeah, Sinnoh Reds I could kill very easily with Meagid. Blues are a little harder for me. Chris would probably still have about a 1 in 3 chance of hitting them, which isn't terrible with how quick he attacks. But probably better suited to freeze trap and just do damage. It's a lot of random traps. And by traps I mean chests. Oh my gosh, this room is awful. Almost got the kill. Oh, those whips! Those whips were painful. Oh no. Okay, I can help a little bit when they're frozen, but man, this room kind of brutal. Okay, did a little damage there, nice. Kristen's Frozen Shooter and Freeze Trap's an absolute staple here. I have a negative 1% chance to hit them, chat. Wow. Wow, that evasion is so high in multiplayer. Oh, I got Meagited. That's unfortunate. That is just known as unfortunate. Let me do that to not die. Oh, not target. Oh, neither of them were targetable. That sucks. I mean, at least their paralysis chance is kind of low. So against Chris, I think he basically has 100% paralyzed chance for his future reference. This is like, what, 68 minus 35 is, not too shabby. Actually, it'd only be 68 minus 5%, but then he adds half. So we would add 31. I mean, it's like almost 100%. It's pretty sick. Yeah, but we're talking at least upper 90% if nothing else. I'm sure he'll gladly take that against those annoying enemies. So with all this just for items, this wasn't even a necessary path. So where is the intended path? Maybe it's the other end of the long room. Yeah, what a strange room indeed. I mean, at least we got items out of it for a dead end. I will say, even for dead end paths, this one has been better than the episode 1 quest at rewarding us for going the wrong way. Like, what was that? Like 6+ boxes plus the 4 boxes from the other room. And then it gives us stuff to fight on the way back, so there's less dead time. Maybe that's what it is. If we just go down a dead end, it spawns extra waves. Which, I mean, like, it does make the quest a little less boring to walk around in. So sadly, I think this is probably the best designed quest so far. Multiple healing circles, chances to be invulnerable, Waves feel mostly fair. If you backtrack, there's still stuff to fight. What a weird feeling. We're not really dealing like with a lot of buzzsaw nonsense. Episode 2 finally did something right. We got a 50-50 path going on. I don't know which one leads to progress. This one comes to a warp. Well, I killed the Sinnoh. I don't know where the other one is. Oh, he teleported behind me. That's why I didn't know. So all that just to this, even more items on the other side. Huh. Well, we're now aware of them, but we can't do anything about them. I guess we take this door and loop around to the warp, presumably? All of us just using hell over and over again. We're like, listen, we don't really want to do damage anymore. We're in episode 2. We've evolved beyond that. Oh, this is not where I thought this would take me. All this for a switch. Okay. Maybe that turned off poison for later? Because normally when you see rooms like that, it's a poison room. Though, it even gives you ways to deal with the poison room. I mean, so far it feels pretty fair to me, which is a weird statement coming from episode 2. Wow. 2 Migids, 3 kills? That's what I'm talking about. Striker with hit percentage, but not high enough for me to care. So now we're in this room, which I had a feeling was a Delbeater wave. He's coming for me, chat. I'm getting gunned down. Come on, die, squid thing, die. Yo, he's going in on me? What a god. Stunned him with my weapon. Nice, love to see it. I picked up a Geist Arms by accident. They gave me mag invincibility, so I might as well abuse it briefly, because I got Mag Blast. Although, that means I don't have access to Megid anymore. Downside of episode 2. At least I'll abuse some invincibility. I'm sure Chris would appreciate the Delbeater just ceasing to exist. I mean, if Chris has Mag Blast, we can also just use it in this room, honestly. Doesn't really matter when we use it. Let's use some fluids. Yeah, let's just use it. Whenever you want, Chris. There we go. Extra defense will help. I don't intend to use my ATP if I can avoid it. I mostly just want my Megid back. That's a door I can't go through. Okay. Feels like there has to be an enemy here. Ah. Sure, Chris is enjoying that insta-kill. That's parts version 2.01. Pretty solid. So at least Demonic Fork makes it a little better. I mean, my accuracy's not good enough, I think, to use the handgun consistently for the kill. At least not in comparison to the Ranger. So again, I'd really rather Chris at the V502 that I own. So presumably this would be a poison room normally. It'd be kind of awful with L beaters. They're spamming all of the lasers. You know what? I'll join in on the mech gun action. Ooh, got slugged right in the face. Cure Chris. Whoa, they keep spawning in weird spots. Please stop teleporting in front of me. Even though I only have a 20% chance, I think it's still worth going for with your Seabed. Like, now, arguably, it's not worth going for. Yeah, maybe I did need to keep my Rambling May for hit. I forgot how bad my accuracy is without hit percentage. Ooh, in episode 2 anyway. Because this thing doesn't... Yeah, this thing doesn't have hit. If this thing had, like, 30 hit, I think it would have been fine, but... Ooh. Like, only a 43% chance to hit them normally? That's kind of rough. He bamboozled me. Oh well, we live and learn, I guess. Oh yeah, so this has been quite a quest so far, but the question is... Well, there's the other items and the warp. Where is the end of the quest? Oh, there's a switch here. What does the switch do? Camera change disabled? Well, you worked this time for me. Stupid game. Yeah, too late. Chris typed it, it's too late. I already warped. Yeah, the other time I didn't get a text box. It's just nothing happened. It's not even like it prompted me. You could even check the replay. That triple kill was kind of sick, though. Trying to line it up so Demonic Fork has more targets. Another HP material, okay. Look away from that thing. Speaking of look away, let's heal Chris real quick and debuff. Where's the Sinnoh at? Oh, I got one hit with my double demonic. So it's working as intended. Come on. Nice. Demonic Fork killing the squid and also the Sinnoh. Saves Chris a little bit of time. Could buy all my fluids. I'll just use a few of them. Ooh, too early. I was trying to believe in the one use to get it. Okay, that's not too bad. Hello, lasers. That Morphos at the other end of the room is quite awful. Lots of Del deaths. Not my favorite. I'm gonna distract it with some freeze so I don't die instantly. I'll try one Negid into one freeze. Oh, Chris died. Oh, that tagged me, really? That sucks. Yeah, the problem is, like, if the Del Depths aren't handled by Chris, we're just gonna die a lot. Chris, I think, needs to focus on them big time. Because I literally cannot hit them unless it's with Robarda. And they're, like, super random where they go. Just nerf them a little bit. Okay. Okay, I killed that one. There's another Morphos. Game, please. I don't know why I didn't cancel my menu there either. Maybe because I was still in the process of waking up. Uh-oh. Chris is dying a whole lot. Let's revive him again. My only recommendation to you would be Spread Needle. I don't know if you can get away with Frozen Shooter with that many. Okay, let's do this. Well, that did a decent amount of damage. How is that hitting me? It's not even looking at me. Whatever, chat. You're gonna play this game with me? Then I'm actually just gonna grants you. Fine. Dead. Alright, now I can go help Chris with this absolute nonsense. Yeah, these enemies are definitely the worst. I don't like fighting them. If their evasion wasn't so high... I'm dead again. Christine said thank you. If their evasion wasn't so high, it wouldn't be so terrible. But yeah, they super punish you if they're left alone. B501, hey! Nice. Love to see it. That is one of the rares I was going for as a backup. Get off of me. Got Mag Blast again. Chris is dead. I'm going to Mag Blast because I need my spells back. And this will give Chris a buff. So that way he doesn't get destroyed instantly by damage. Oh, wow. As I said before, the Del Depths, if you don't control them and they're in a big room like this is so bad. Let's kill them at least. So this room is becoming one of my not favorites. I think I had fun with the first floor, but big open rooms with Del Depths is an awful mistake. I don't know why they put them in a room like this. I'm gonna die probably from them. Okay. My recommendation, Chris, try to spread needle them. Like, just like do the paralysis is what I mean. So you should, it should be near guaranteed if you can hit them. Holy, there's so many lasers. Anyway, for these enemies, I don't think it matters as much. Go back to our normal strats. Get... Oh, that is just unlucky. How did that not kill? The lasers are everywhere. Unfortunately, Chris's health total is so high that he doesn't get knocked down by Morphos. That is also a downside, and why I always say that HP materials are such a trap. Because now Chris has to suffer through, like, near-death Morphos laser spam. I just don't know why they didn't design it for the Morphos to just not always knock you down. It's kind of dumb. Okay, killed that one. Killed that one. Caught another Delta. Okay, kill one more for Chris. Actually froze one of them. I mean, fortunately, Del Deaths don't have like a ton of health, but it's still quite awful. There we go. A little more manageable. That one's dead. It's firing lasers at me, but I should be able to kill it. Or not. Just, come on, game. Come on. It's like almost a 50-50. It's so close. Please let me land one. Thank you. That room was a little rough. I think if it had a few less, Oh, there's still more enemies. Alright, so remember what I said before? I don't like it when rooms do the room clear sound because I think the wave is over. Classic example. I hate that so much. Let's deal with this. I picked up the antidote I dropped because I was attacking. just want to get rid of some items. I'm gonna freeze to hopefully not get hit by attacks. Holy, I didn't even get a chance to attack. I was just in block mode almost the whole time. Okay, killed one, hit another. Okay. They're in the wall, okay. It seems a little unfair that they're in a room I can't target. Just gonna state, that feels a little unfair, episode 2. They shouldn't be allowed to go into the hallway I can't access. Shouldn't be allowed. I like that the Del Beater is so big that 9 times out of 10, if it reorients me on Confused, it doesn't matter. Wow, it actually shot the Megat at me from the place. Okay, did a little more damage. Rebuff Chris. There we go. This wave is kind of brutal as well. Unfortunately, I started wedged between 2 enemies, which is about the worst way you could start a wave. Come on. Come on. Come on. Heal Chris up a little bit. Come on. Come on, Megan. There we go. There we go. Cleaning it up. I'll let Chris handle the Del Beater. I killed everything else now, officially. I'll melee with Demonic Fork to speed it up slightly. There we go. Okay, now is the room done? No. Wishful thinking, chat. I think in single player that would have worked. The multiplayer, I'm off by about like 9% accuracy still, which is a little brutal. Okay. I do enough at least to stun with the Vivian, because he's a dark enemy. And that bonus ATP does actually help. Okay, is the room now done? Because that was like 20 waves. No? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, this quest went from one of my favorite quests to, oh, we're getting classic episode 2. I feel like this room is holding me hostage, which is not a good feeling when you're playing the game. I'm gonna just Mag Blast. I need access to spells. Any damage I can deal extra helps, but fine. Oh, oops. Chris also had it. Holy. There's so much to keep track of. I'm gonna try to go for a freeze here on something. Okay, I'm gonna heal. Go. I was gonna say go for the freeze so I don't get hit by the other thing, and I got immediately Del Beater. That is unfortunate. Speaking of unfortunate, all the Del Beaters are really close to death. I just can't get the final hit in. Because I keep getting hit by stuff off screen. Okay, that's a little better. Del Depth, you kind of need to die here. Okay. Now is this the final wave? So this quest by the end, I don't think would be clearable by most characters. You did the door sound effect before, but is this a real exit? Okay, maybe it's a real exit. Ooh, this is brutal. You take back what you said about episode 2? Yeah, that is really hard to deal with just 2 people. In single player, I don't even know what you would do. This quest was so close to being like a fun quest, but they really ruined it with this final room. There are just too many Dull Beathers and too many Dull Depths. If it was just Sinnohs or Squids, I don't think with that amount of enemies it would have been a problem, but it definitely was too many waves. So all this is to access this final room. Alright, so I access the lab, and that causes me to clear. Okay, well, I'm out of here. Wow, that was a long quest. But, yeah, I think I had fun with the first... I think the first floor could be completable by most players. That second floor, I don't know. That room with, like, the triple Del beater into, like, 2 Del Daps into Morphos, that is just way too much for most people, including me. Yeah, like, first floor was actually fun. The second floor was fine up until that final room. Then it was just garbage. So close, episode 2. You almost had a quest I would compliment you through the entire way. Then you episode 2'd all over me. With your just no sense of spawn difficulty. Just like, just throw like a million Del beaters and Sinnohs at once. It's fine. That won't annoy players at all. Shaking your head. Well, I will take back the V502. Do you have a V5 unit for that character in general, though? That is the question. You have a V501? Okay. If you needed a V501, I would have given it to you, like, permanently for, like, episode 4 and episode 1 solo. I'll put those away for now. Because hell makes a big difference on how fun episode 2 is, for sure. I could see why people get, like, the hell needle. But, ooh. So, surprisingly, I don't think that was my least favorite quest so far. I think, like, that quest had a lot of promise. I'm sad it didn't maintain the right difficulty all the way through. Yeah, you got bodied by Del Deps. They were, no mercying you. It was very much lethal pain. I think I still made a cash profit. I did, nice. So I got a little extra tri-fluid money. So, I guess the question is, who do I swap in for the last quest? We'll take a look. New World Mop-Up Operation 4. Yeah, that, as I said before, that quest seems like it was supposed to be done with 4 people, with 2 people with traps. So fortunately, this next one is just mostly Gorons, like 46 Gorons, Pyro Gorons 40. Detonators, only 3. 24 Marissa, 25 Satellite Lizard, 29 Rappies, and only 1 Girdabulu. So definitely not worth farming for a Girdabulu rare. But the question is, from an underground standpoint, what would I want to bring in? Well, let's take a look together. I think I'm leaning towards, because there's so many Gorons, to do a Heaven Striker. Yeah. Gained a full PV in a single room. Yeah, basically. It's pretty brutal. So much random damage that's a little hard to mitigate with just 2 people. So I'm just looking at the item list. So not worth going for a limiter with Viridia, which is normally what I would go for if given a chance to do underground. I think the only right call here is green ID. I don't need anything else. I mean, I could technically red ID as well. They both have access to Heaven Striker. But I don't really have a good force for it. So I would say normally, if in this quest, I would pick green or red as the starters. If I really wanted a Slicer or Fanatic, I think pink ID is okay for it. But I'm not really seeing any other class that grabs me. I know they added Swordsman Lore to yellow, but I still wouldn't do that run here. Definitely, I hate it. Oh, I almost canceled the job without completing it. That would have been awkward. Let me actually hand that in. Hey chat, I'm ready to never do these quests ever again. Yay! Alright, will you give me extra because I did an episode 2 quest? Only 2 lucky coins? That was not worth it. But I guess I'll take them. I barely remembered that was the thing, by the way, chat. I'm glad I picked them up on the way out. I'll never remember which character has them, though. Well, anyway, what do? I guess we... Why is it this song again? Oh, did you forget to get the coins, Chris? Poor Chris. Neither of us like episode 2, so I don't blame him if he forgot, honestly. I mean, I guess I'll play Fomar. I want some Heaven Striker chances. It's a good gun. I don't know why it's permanently that song. Okay, Chris will figure out what game we're playing. Yeah, I'm gonna come into episode 4. It's rare enemy up, but this quest doesn't offer any rare enemies. So once we're done with HBR, we're gonna be doing quests that actually benefit from the current week. Okay, we'll read the dialogue for the sake of completion. Oh, this is another 8-minute quest, so it's like the... Okay. Now the question is, did HBR also disable this time limit? As I said before, I really don't like time limit quests, like at all. It discourages me as a player from wanting to learn them or play them. I really just hate it as a mechanic. But hopefully it's disabled for HBR, or I'm legit quitting this quest before we do anything else. It better be disabled. Okay, it looks disabled. Just like... I'm so not in the mood for learning a new quest with the time limit. So anyway, let's go forward then. It's been a while since we've been in this room. Oh, my spells are not correct. I need to fix my spells. Sorry, Chris, it's gonna take a little bit. I have the old setup currently. So it should be this, followed by this, followed by that. And lightning should be the that should be it. Then from this one, it should be here. Oh no, sorry. Here, here, and there. I can probably set up reverser here. Should be fine. I just want to make sure, because otherwise I'm going to hit buttons and just get really confused. So on the plus side, I think I'm retraining my muscle memory to do a new spell layout that lets me use more spells overall. I could fix my single text stuff. I don't usually need that as much. Oh right, he doesn't get the bonus to those techniques. I guess I'll magical piece then. Oh, my bad. I mean, I was just gonna Rifoi it, because it's gonna say there's not really... I didn't remember any waves after that. I have done this quest before, I'm pretty sure. But I think it also was without a time limit. I think I didn't even know it was a time limit because I skipped it previously. Which sounds very much like me, because I don't usually read the dialogue. Yeah, just... his damage is not as good. A little unfortunate. I guess I will have to stick to Kafoi. That's a little sad. Bring a Phone Newman in next time. I think Rifoi is actually legit useful here. So me not having a bonus there is kind of brutal. Hello, Sand Rappies. Oh, he doesn't have a Vehicle one, does he? It feels kind of slow. Yeah, he doesn't. I was gonna say, that felt kind of slow. You know what? I'll hit the switch. So this probably doesn't lead anywhere if it's like the other quest, yeah. Well, let's see if the Rappies give anything. It gets stuck on Cactus, which is solid for some reason. Nope, nothing of interest. Move on. So, if it's like the other quests, in case this is not the exact one that I played, the Girdabulu should be literally at the final wave. And it guards the exit, quote-unquote. Now the question is, for this quest, I'm gonna reload it. Yeah, there's only one floor. Okay, just making sure. I had some issues with the reload earlier when I was checking enemy counts, so only one of the dungeon levels loaded. So, just wanted to do a little check. See, here's another example where I think Rifoi would have been so much better, but it's so weak. So that's why I don't want to use it here. But I think going forward, you know, I might just stick to only using Phonumen and just ask Chris to bring in the right ID. Just because it does make a really big difference on how much damage I do. In fact, I'm gonna unequip Magical Piece, that way I could get my fast casting back. It's not perfect, but I'd rather have that than like a small bonus, honestly. Okay, I can still stun lock without the weapon. It's important to just mitigate damage to myself if I can. Just TT, okay. We'll fix our other techniques since I'm here. This should be regular lightning. This should be Bowie. And this should be ice. That way I have a better variety of things. If I do it right, Chris should basically not get hit at all. So he could just feel free to combo with what he needs to. Case in point. And this is where, like, as I said before, I can either go for Gafoi stacking once I learn the waves of a particular quest better, but if I'm just looking for pure stun locks so Chris can actually have fun with the game, it's better for me to kind of do stuff like that, and when closer, switch into, like, Robarda, for example, just for better crowd control. And see, because the Fireball's hitting them more often, the Marissa also makes less progress into the room. So I'm able to kind of reposition more easily, too. But unfortunately, 299 is not sufficient. If I was playing Phonumen, I could probably break 350 plus. And then if I get my Rifoi merge together, I think that would result in me doing probably over 400, which would be very, very significant in single player, because I think they only have 1200 total. So being able to 3-shot them would be kind of insane. And again, with Rifoi, the Satellite Lizards will never be able to hit me. And neither will the Gorons, so this is a completely safe clear for me. It just requires a lot of TP, which is not the best. And this character is also not using an Ignition Cloak, which hurts my damage a bit. Oh, he is. Okay. Never mind. Just bad MST? Bad MST, okay. I'll take either or. See, when it's down to just a couple of things that it doesn't matter on the stun lock, I should probably Gafoi. But again, I just love Rifoi. So I'm imagining this is a dead end, which is verifying. Good. Because the goal is to get to the center of the arena. So basically we're going along the outskirts and we're teleporting to one other side of the giant square room. Or at least I'm assuming it's square. And eventually we'll get through the double laser gates in the middle, and that'll be the end of the quest. But at some point, it's a shock trap? Ew. Episode 4 traps are awful. Gross. Yeah, I'm expecting at least one enemy fight here. We'll see. Again, I love episode 4. It's kind of hard to make a quest I don't like unless you put a timer on it. I just find these enemies so easy to kill if you're a forest. If you're not a forest, it's just like really sad times for sure. And see, Rafoi made him stop hopping more often. So again, I'm given so many more opportunities to stun lock him. Like, he could be bodying Chris right now, but he's just in the stun loop. Just dead. So now when I'm at this point, I can put out a couple Gafoes in case there's another wave. Like, you gotta be able to recognize when you can kind of optimize it. And so there I didn't do like a ton of extra damage, but it did add up a little bit. Heal Chris. Okay. Robard at 28. That's okay. Imagine the other door is a dead end because the red door was on the other side. I'm not sure why they leave those doors as green, honestly, when there's nothing to do in them. I feel like there should have been red doors. I cannot believe that hit me. I went like diagonal to him and he still clipped me. Not enough. There we go. Like, see, the Goron just keeps winding his hand back. He can never interrupt me. This is just a free kill. I'm reading what Chris said in the chat. I missed the other part. There are parts of episode 2 I don't hate, but my gal, when it's bad, it's bad. Yeah, like, there are some parts of episode 2 I have fun in. Like, Temple is not, like, the worst thing ever. I have, like, a decent time in Temple. I really don't like Spaceship, unfortunately. If it wasn't for the Barans, I don't think I would have a problem with it, but the Barans just ruin Spaceship so much. I'm tired of, like, the Quadra Barans rooms with, Del Sabers. I don't find that fun at all. A lot of the forest enemies I'm okay with. I'm okay with Murder Flowers if they're by themselves or they're really far away from you to begin with. And there's places you could be in the room where you can't be hit. I'm okay in those scenarios. I don't think they're fun to fight, but like I'll tolerate them. But when you come into some of like the challenge quests of episode 2 where they're like, why don't we just put 4 lilies in a T-shaped formation? I don't find that fun at all. I'm like, no. Clearly you want me to have 4 people. Clearly this quest is not really that fun with a single person. And it just leads to a lot of scape doll burning. And honestly, I don't know how you would even solo some of those quests, like even at level 200, because of the fact that everything insta-kills you. So it's not even like a skill issue, it's just, I don't even know if it's possible to do. Because most of the time when they're in that formation, you can't just get them with like a single freeze trap. So I don't know what the obvious answer to that would be. When it's just 1 or 2, you know, you have your frozen shooters, you have Rabarda loops. Like, you have some counterplay to it when there's only 1 or maybe 2, depending on where they're positioned. But yeah, not great. Let's stack some Gafoe out there, in case there's another wave. Oh, there are no more waves. I tried, chat. So that just goes back to where we were before. Chris has hit the switch. We'll rebuff Chris since we got an opportunity. I think we should be coming up to Gerda Bulu's. We're gonna fight like a few waves of Gorons first. So our goal is to go in the middle, from what I remember. Let's go this way. Oh, that's just rude. I know. Just shake your head. Oh, is there one more door we have to do first? So we still don't have access to the middle. I guess we're off by a door, Chan. Cool, we're probably slightly too early. Okay. Let's start stacking some magical piece. Rabarda 29? Okay, that's pretty solid. Let's stack some Gafoe for the next wave. did a little damage, but not a whole lot. We'll go back to some crowd control. So not a lot of spawns per room. I guess it's okay. And possibly the final switch. Let's get some stun lockdown for Chris. Photon drop? Okay. Man, it is so easy being the Force. What a beautiful thing, chat. You don't even have to play optimally. Just you can be safe if you want to, or do DPS. Your choice. Because I'm unarmed, I can Rebarda loot. What a great feeling, chat. Oh, I had a TP. Should have been paying attention. That wasn't my bad. I'm trying to get them to stun a little bit. Both of them are targeting me, so it's all up to Chris. Wow, that interrupted my rest. That sucked. That really sucked. I did press it. It just wasn't fast enough, apparently. I took like a step and then tried using Resta, but I think I got hit before I completed. Oh well. This is why I think I'll just stick to Phonumin when I'm being serious about these quests. Missing out on that 60 plus damage on Rifoi feels kind of brutal. Okay. Just making sure they didn't put a warp there for shortcut reasons. So this will be, I think, the final quest before we take a break. I might make a Rifoi merge, though, on this particular stream, since we did get the amplifier. I don't mind using some photon drops for that. Alright, now we should be able to go through the middle here. Okay. So almost done with the quest. We just gotta get through the Girder Bulu wave and his protectors. Wow, that trap hit me from ridiculously far away. Thought I walked away from it in time. Oops. Nothing of interest here. So there are some box rare chances, but I don't know if I'd run this quest for it. Oh, okay, I forgot about this room. I mean, to be fair, we did go to the center, just it wasn't the end yet. So we would have been rewarded with Gafoi for that particular wave. I guess I'll just face tank for a bit. Oh, and this is why I don't like to use Gafoi. when I get stun locked like that just gets annoying. Fine, back to Rebarda. No setting up for wave 3, I guess, if there's another wave. Helped a little bit. I might have gotten like another 700 damage or so. Anyway, let's crowd control them for Chris. So again, he just has like easy pickings. He can do whatever he wants. There's basically nothing they can do. A luck material, I'll definitely take that. The other door was a dead end, so we'll go this way. So yeah, a very easy, calm episode 4 quest. That, I saw him curve in midair to get me. I hope you all witnessed that. That was obnoxious. Like, his head made more than a 90-degree turn to hit me. Actually ludicrous. Put out some Gafoes, because presumably the next wave will be weak to it. Okay, good assumption. That is not the right spell. There we go. Chris's least favorite enemy in the game getting nuked at a distance. I'm sure he loves to see it. Yeah, I think I need more V801s. I think I'm willing to pay photon drops for those. I missed that cast speed. It's just so good. Makes Faux Newman so fun. Okay. Go a little Gaffoey down and I'll hit the switch. Dye fluid. Apply Chris's buffs, and this is hopefully the final wave leading into the warp. You know what? I thought I did a quest where it was like this before, but instead of it being like these enemies, I thought there was zoos leading into the Gertabulu. I mean, it's like literally the same room otherwise. So it's not all that different. The goal is to get to the center eventually. So we're going to fight our way there. I'm going to switch over to Magical Piece after debuffing. Not too bad. Walk forward a little bit. Power material? Sure, I'll take one of those. Okay, unfortunately Ice Crows are messing things up. Please die. Oh, I don't have room for it? Can I fix Synchro? I can. Nice. And I can still unlock the Goron detonators for Chris, so he can do whatever he wants. So he could just do things and should be fine. I'm not doing a lot to the Goron detonators, so I'm gonna have to swap out once the fire one is dead. I guess something like that. Oh, mistimed it. That wasn't my bad. Now I'll have to debuff him. I could have stunlocked if I did that better. Alright, since they're all mostly in front of me now, I think Chain Lightning's better here. There's the Gertabulu. I don't think he can stop me from doing this. Oh, I can't reach him with Gaffoey though. Aw, just out of range. Disappointing. If you're wondering what's happening there, he's pulling me and the game is really confused on how to get me there. It's really, really confused. On the plus side, I can keep Chris mostly safe. Eradicated the enemies, okay. Oops. Wrong button combo, my bad. Yeah, I'll leave Death Watch behind, I don't really need it. So, that quest was okay. I feel like, as I said before, I'd rather have the quest have higher enemy density. It's like, a lot of the rooms just only had like 1 or 2 waves. And it's not like a really great assortment of enemies for rares either. So, I don't know if I would go back to that one in particular. I'm sorry, I had how much coal on this character? I had 12? How much am I up to then? Question mark. 20, wow. Okay, apparently didn't ever put his coal away. So, interesting. Get rid of Justy, don't need that. I guess that was all the quests there. I'm gonna go verify something real quick. So I could get a red barrier from box drops, or I could get one for 20 photon drops. Ugh. I don't know how I feel about that. 20. I was thinking it was like 6 photon drops, and I'm like, that's still not great, but I would do it. But ooh, 20? Do I really not have another red barrier? Because I feel like I never make them. So I have Rabarda and Rafoe. I have Magical Rocks. Yeah, let me check. 'Cause I am not paying 20 for that. I have a blue and a yellow, but no red. That is what's known in the business as unfortunate. I have everything but the one that I want. Unless it's on a character bank somewhere, which I will not rule out. Also, I have a lot of item tickets. There's the paint. I knew somebody had the paint. I wasn't making it up. I got 4 paints. Just, it's in some poor person's character bag. Of course. I'm telling you, chat. I hate the items. There is like such like bank parasites. I just can't get rid of them. They're the worst. I know, so much paint, indeed. I have a spare 3 seals in here, which is kind of nice. No, I don't think I have a red barrier. Red barriers are 4 to 5 only. People are selling them for that much. That sounds a little better, as I'm not paying 20 from Paganini's shop. Like, it's just absolutely not happening. Well, I guess I'm not gonna do that now. I'm just checking to see if I have anything else I should transfer over. It's so sad, chat. Both of these barriers, it's nothing else. I'm trying to think what I would even have used it on. I'm not sure. Let's put away some of my money. Only get forward merch sales for 10 to 15. Makes sense. Okay, I think I'm done there. But that is definitely a moment of profound sadness. I was like, it's possible I have a red barrier on another force. I guess we'll check before we give a little send-off for the YouTube break. Because our goal was just to complete these quests, so let's start with handing this in and see where it goes from there. Yeah, whatever. I love how I didn't get money. Oh, he gave me a weapon. 3-part blade with 61 characters engraved onto its surface. Kind of random, but sure. You know what? We'll move on. I doubt it's a useful weapon. Apparently I can use it, so I'm presuming it's a saber. Okay, chat, let's see. Moment of truth. Do I have a red barrier in somebody's bank? Why does he give us that? That is a great question. One I don't have an answer for. I thought he was gonna give us Meseta for completion, but no, I just went negative in money. Favorite quest name? Is this this looks like a personal bank. Hold on. I have a 25 Rambling May with hit. That must be the one I just put away. Slicer Fanatic with 25 hit. That one's pretty fun. Some spare 13s, a Brave Barrier, and a 3 seal, but no. Unfortunate. How many amplifiers I have? Jeez. Well, chat, if you're wondering where my ad slots were, they're just all on that character. Chris is confirmed. According to Chris, it's an ugly saber. We'll take his word for it. I don't ever plan on using it. Okay, so fortunately, because I have extensions, I don't have to walk to the bank to check for barriers. As it seems to be in the character bank at the moment, which is useful. Although, now the bank thing disappeared. What happened to it? Are you trolling me? What? Why did it break? Well, I guess I gotta reload it. Stupid add-on sometimes. Oh, Rambling May with no hit. Armors. Another 13. Striker plus. Doesn't look like I have a barrier. Disappointing, chat. Disappointing. Why do I have 2 mags in there? Oh, they're her max stat mags, right? So she's not using her max stat mag yet. Interesting. I mean, to be fair, I could probably swap over to it soon. She's got 750. So if I unequip Cleo, does she hit max? No, she's not at max. So she needs like 10 more levels. I swap over, I think. We'll see where it goes from there. Anyway, let's try this again. One more character that might have the red barrier. And then if not, that'll be a sad note to end on, but we're out of characters to check. I don't think I would have it on a non-force character. Because I think I would have recognized I would have needed it at some point. I used to have an amplifier of Gafoe, but I gave it to Chris, so I think he's been using the Gafoe merge on some of his forces. But now I want to make one of those merges for the first time. Oh, the item reader is broken. Thank you, item reader. Oh, there we go. The wrong one was open, my bad. Are you kidding? Oh, so let me get this straight. I have 3 yellow barriers, 2 blue barriers, 2 assist barriers, and no red barriers. That is actually brutal, chat. I'm shaking my head. Speaking of which, Chris, did you want that red sword? By the way, I mentioned it to you before, but I was like, I knew somebody randomly had a red sword. And apparently it's this character. Because I can't use it with this character for obvious reasons. I might as well give him the red sword. Again, I don't know why that's just playing over and over in the lobby. Alright, Chris, join the game. I'll just give it to you, and then we'll take our break. It's not like the best red sword ever, but, you know, being able to paralyze with the Hue cast. Yeah, I'm not going to use it. I have at least 2. One is already on the Hue seal, and I think the Hue cast has one. And I think I also have one in my share bag. So I'll just give you the one that's here. It's not, like, super great, but it is what it is. Yours. Amplifier of red. What a tease, chat. All the amplifiers, nothing that I need. So brutal. I'm just shaking my head, chat. One day, one day. I don't think any of these other ones are all that useful. So anyway, let's go on break for a little bit. So let's give a short recap of how I feel about the HBRs. And then we'll continue streaming, but we're going to take a break here from the YouTube standpoint. So, HBRs, how do we feel about them? Well, first of all, we had the Endless Nightmare 3. I'm willing to say that was actually the worst quest. I think by a large margin. If it didn't have the Baran's Dark Room, and if it didn't have, like, so many trap switches, and just all sorts of things that are not really fun to deal with in general quests, it would have been a lot better. So, definitely disappointed. Mines can very much be hit or miss, and unfortunately that one was a big miss on my part. We had mop-up operations with ruins. I feel like that quest was mostly inoffensive. It's hard to really gauge how long, because I didn't really keep track of when we started the quest, if it's enough time for 2 people to do it, or single player. But as is, I think it was okay. It was just okay. There's not a lot in there that made me, like, really want to replay it. You know, it's not like it was, like, super generous with, healing circles, with a mix of, like, a lot of enemies, but they were easy to kill, which is generally what I like in quests. Seabed, I feel like floor 1 was, like, one of the best floors in episode 2 I had ever played. And then, or floor 1 was, I'm not sure if I said floor 2 or not, but floor 2 was a big disappointment. That last room did kind of what I was looking for, to have a lot of enemies, but because so many of them were such high-level enemies, it just became not fun. Like, dealing with the Del Beaters plus Del Depths, not fun. Dealing with Walls of Morphos on the other side, plus Sinnohs, not fun. So, I don't know. That last room alone brought down the ranking. But hey, as an item rush quest, that quest is still, I think, the best quest in the game. Chat can correct me if I'm wrong. But I really liked it for getting techniques and easy weapon percents. In fact, I think Phantasmal World number 3 was the reason it got restricted and reduced, was because that's all people did in order to get like 50 hit slicers or 55 hit plus guns. I'm pretty sure that quest was the reason it was nerfed. Because I remember learning the run to do it, and then within literally a day, it got nerfed, and then I never did the run after that. New mop-up Operation 4. I'm gonna say disappointing. It wasn't a bad quest. I feel like the waves were fair. I just don't know if they were, like, fun. Like, I feel like there weren't, like, enough enemies in the side rooms to make it worth, like, a farm run. And there was a lot of walking, and there was an okay amount of combat. But again, there are so many good quests in Episode 4 that I don't think I'd have a reason to come back to this quest. Unless I purely want to do Gorons, but even then, I think I would still do another quest to its completion. Like, I would still pick almost any massive attack over that quest as an example. And that's like 4 really, really solid quests if all I wanted to do was some Gorons. And still get really good surface rares, because that's the thing too. The surface rares are really good in Episode 4, as are the underground rares, and it's kind of rare to not want both. Like, for example, Heaven Striker can get V101 on the surface with zoos, or if you pick a quest with underground zoos, you can end up with both V101 and the Goron rares, which is like, I don't know why you wouldn't do that in most scenarios. But anyway, it was okay. There were some items here or there, so it wasn't like a total waste of time. Like, it did give you some reward as you went through. I would just label it as very average. I think most players can probably deal with the quest. The Gerda Balloon might still be a little tricky for some character matchups, but again, I feel like it was pretty inoffensive. We didn't get like Quadra Bulud, we didn't get like Quadra Dorfond. It avoided a lot of the things that make Episode 4 not great when they put it in. And I'll leave it at that. I guess with the final note, I probably will still not ever do this HBR again, just because of how much I did not like the Mines quest. Honestly, the Mines quest was the worst. Seabed is really long too, so that kind of makes it a bit tricky as an HBR. I like it as a standalone quest, but as an HBR, I do think that quest is too long. Like, that quest is easily the length of 2 quests combined. Like, I could probably do Mop-Up Operation and New Mop-Up Operation in the same time it takes me to do Phantasmal World 3. That quest is a little too long for an HBR, I will state. Just because there are so many rooms you physically have to go into, it's actually just crazy. And again, it tries to fix it where, like, if you're backtracking, you get extra spawns, which, again, is, like, good game design, because it's very boring to go backwards through, like, 10 hallways already cleared just to go for 1 item room. But doesn't mean it still doesn't have its flaws. So I think we'll leave it there in terms of our assessment of the HBR for this month. But I think from the standpoint of YouTube, we're getting ready to say goodbye to YouTube. So by all means, chat, wave goodbye to YouTube. But stick around, we'll be doing more PSO. Unless you're on YouTube. But if you came here from YouTube and or the VOD, I'd just like to say thank you for watching and hope to see you again next time.